What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff you need to know about Riftbound. Riftbound is a new League of Legends trading card game, which is coming in just a couple of months at this point. We're all very excited about it, and I've told you guys I'm going to be covering this in more detail as time goes by. I meant that. So today we're going to be looking at rarities, types of cards, and giving you guys a nice little primer on exactly what you need to know about opening booster packs and things of that nature. Because as with a lot of new card games, there's a lot of different stuff going on, and you need to know what's going on. Now, we do know what the breakdown of a booster pack is going to be, because of course, we've had the distributor listings, etc., that have told us very clearly what the breakdown is going to be. So, in every pack of cards, we have 7 common, 3 uncommon, 2 foil rares or better, 1 foil of any rarity, and 1 token slot. Okay, so 2 foil rares or better, plus a foil which could be another rare, and then it's really 13 cards and a token, but still not too shabby, ladies and gentlemen, not too shabby. Honestly, about what we've learned to expect from other card games. But what kind of cards do we have coming? Well, we've got a lot of commons and a lot of uncommons. We've also then got rares, epics, and overnumbered, and you can see on the screen here the rarity symbols, which help you to determine what those cards are. Wonderful. And your commons and uncommons are just your kind of ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill cards. So, for instance, we've got a common Brazen Buccaneer here, which we can use as a nice little example. And then we've got ourselves an uncommon Scrapyard Champion. They're cool, and I'm very excited to have all of these cards in my deck. But these are just your ordinary, everyday, run-of-the-mill kind of cards. They've not got any special treatment or anything along those lines. Although, again, you will be able to get foil versions of the commons and uncommons, because there is that foil slot in every pack. But everything rare and above are all foil to begin with, which is kind of awesome. But it does say very clearly on the website, rares, epics, and overnumbered cards are all foil to begin with. Lovely. Now, if we have a look at a rare here as an example, let's look at 3 in a row. Grand Stratagem, Harness Dragon, and Leona. And you'll notice these just look cooler. They don't have as much of a border on them. They're a bit more full arty. They look good. And I like this. Let's be perfectly clear. This is good. I want my rares to look like rares. I want to pull a rare out of a booster pack and have it look different to a common or an uncommon. If you're giving me a 14 card pack and 2 of them are rare or above, I don't want to have to search for a tiny little symbol at the bottom of the card to know my rare. I want to open it and go, oh, that's my rare. This is good. This is lovely. But then we keep going and we have epic cards. Epic are just another step up again. Let's look at Seal of Unity and Victor. And one we've seen a couple of times already, Super Mega Death Rocket. That is a signature spell of Jinx. And again, if we have a look at these, now we can't see them properly on the screen. We all need to acknowledge that. These do not look as cool on the screen right now as they're going to look when you open them from a booster pack. It's going to be special when you open them from a booster pack, and you can actually see the foiling and all of that. But if we put, Super Mega Death Rocket next to Harness Dragon, we can see that the rare looks cool, but make no mistake about it, you can tell by looking at the cards that the epic are a step up again. Let's go and put the epic Victor up next to the rare Leona. Again, the rares look cool, but let's not pretend the epic don't look a step above again. And this is the way it should be. The rarities should look cooler as we go up through. That is lovely. So what about overnumbered cards then? What's the deal with overnumbered cards? Well, they're pretty easy to tell because look at the number in the bottom left-hand corner. There's 298 cards in Origins. If the number is above 298, it's an overnumbered card. Now, we've been shown a couple of these. We've been shown Volibear Relentless Storm, And to be clear, this is the legend I'm building around. I'm making a Volibear deck. We've all heard that. This is what I am hyped about. But we've also seen Yasuo here, Unforgiven. By the way, I'm working on my pronunciations. I'm sorry if they're not perfect. I'm not a League of Legends guy. I haven't been yet. Don't worry. I am learning. I am getting my knowledge up, I assure you. So these are just among the coolest looking cards we've seen. And I don't mean in Riftbound. I mean, these are among the coolest looking cards we've seen. And again, if we put the Victor, the Epic, next to the Overnumbered Volibear, we see that jump. We see another jump here in terms of how cool the cards look. Also, every time we jump in Rarity, there's just a little bit less of a border, and I don't know, there's something about that makes me very, very happy. Now, one important point to note, we have been told that when it comes to overnumbered cards, which I believe are all champions, and certainly on the website they keep referring to art depicting your favourite league champs. The thing is, although they've shown us a couple of them, they've also told us that they're not going to be showing them off until they're found in real life. They're not going to be added to the gallery until somebody actually pulls them, which is a bit less exciting when you realise that the set's releasing in China early. So we're not going to find the cards first. They're going to be found in China. But I still adore the fact that they're basically saying, look, we will show you the cards on the website, but not until they've actually been found in the wild. I kind of love this. So that's your basic rarity, your common, uncommon, rare, epic, and overnumbered. But there's actually more, because apparently the overnumbered cards aren't rare enough. There are signed versions of the overnumbered. Now again, we've only seen Volibear and Yasuo. They're the only ones that have been shown off. And, you know, if we look at the Volibear side by side, the cards are identical, except for the signature. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a slightly different finish or whatever when they're actually released. We'll have to find that out later. But they are stamped with a personal signature of the artist who made it. And they are the rarest of the rare. You'll also notice a little asterisk next to the number. But you won't need that asterisk. There'll be a signature on the card, but it is stamped with the artist's signature. Wowza. So essentially, the signature cards are the rarest. So if we take the rarity here, let's go for Volibear Relentless Storm. We've got the regular version of it, which is a rare. Seems like a very good card, incidentally. When you play a mighty unit, that's 5 or more might. You can exhaust it to channel a rune. Yeah, you're ramping up. That sounds good to me. But this is a rare card. It's not going to be that hard to find. Then we've got ourselves the overnumbered version. And then we've got the signed overnumbered version as well. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to here. But then we also have alternate arts of a bunch of cards. There's a whole bunch of cards out there that have alternate arts. So take Lee Sin as an example. We can see here that we've got the regular version, and then the alternate art version is the one where he's wearing shades and looking behind him. The way to tell, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner there, Lee Sin, 078 out of 298, and with the glasses and the fancy dragon jacket, 078A over 298. So that is depicting it as an alternate art card. So it is going to be easy to tell which are the alternate arts. Want another example? I can give you another example. I'm here. We can do that. How about, let's go for Jinx. Everybody loves Jinx. So here we've got Jinx Rebel, the regular version, and then Jinx Rebel, the alternate art version. And again, it's got an A in the bottom left-hand corner, and it has vastly different artwork. And essentially what this is doing is giving us all a bunch of stuff to collect. It's not just, hey, there's epic cards. It's, hey, there's epic cards. Oh, and by the way, there's overnumbered cards. Oh, but the overnumbered cards have signed versions. Oh, and by the way, some of the non-overnumbered cards have an alternate arts. In fact, a bunch of them do have alternate arts as well. And as if that wasn't fancy enough for you, we do actually have fancy versions of the runes as well. So take a look at the Fury rune here. you'll notice that the runes have alternate art as well. And given that you're only putting 12 runes into your deck, I think it's fair to assume that the serious players here, a lot of them at least, and I know this from other card games, a lot of them are going to want to bling out their rune deck. There's only 12. Get the 12 runes that you need. Get them all fancy. Job's a good un. The big questions we've got here are about pull rates, and the big answer is we don't know, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. Initially, we were told that the alternate arts were going to be crazy rare. It was then confirmed that is actually not true. They're still going to be rare, but they're not going to be as ridiculous as they were. But, you know, we've got signed overnumbered cards. I feel very confident the signed overnumbered cards are going to be ridiculously rare. And if I could pull a volleyball, well, that would just be lovely. So there we go. There's your primer on rarities and ratios and things of that nature. We know the ratios for booster packs. We don't know what the pull rates are going to be in terms of how many epics you get in a box or how rare the alternate arts are or any of that yet. We will find out over time, but when we do, your old pal Wassie's going to be here to help. For now, I want to know what you think about this. I want to know your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions on Riftbound. I want to know anything you want to tell me, so let me know in the comment section. Get us! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassie. That's where we talk about Riftbound and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wassie Plays.